Hi, I'm Dr. Ann Jones. I'm going to talk you through APA style for your methods course paper and your portfolio entries. The first thing you'll need to do is on your title page. You'll want to put a running head, left justified. You'll notice that on this title page we use the words running head in regular type with a colon and then the words educational technology in all bold. Educational technology in this case is a shortened title of the paper, which is Educational Technology in the Classroom. You'll also notice that the page number is on the right and it is justified to the right. You'll see that the title of the paper, the student's name, and the course for which it is a requirement is listed as well as the date. On the next page, you'll notice that the top of the page has changed. You'll see that the running head still appears, but we don't write the words running head anymore. We just use the running head in all capital letters. The page number remains on the right and justified. An APA style paper is always typed in Times New Roman font in size 12 with 1-inch margins around the entire paper. The title of the paper is centered and in bold. When you create your portfolio entries, the first thing you should include is the exact text of the goal itself. You can copy this text from a variety of sources. They're in the handbook, they're probably on the course webpage, and they will be in the live text when you go to submit your papers. Next, what you want to do is indicate which part of the APA style paper you're presenting. In this case, it's the introduction, which you type centered and bold. This makes a section. In APA style, you always follow a period with 2 spaces before you begin the next sentence. You can set your word processor to check this for you. If you need help, call the help desk and they'll be happy to help you set up your word processor to do this. An important thing you need to remember with APA style is that we do not have 2 spaces after a paragraph. When you complete a paragraph, hit the enter key once and just then indent and start your next paragraph. Do not hit the enter key twice. You'll have a space between your paragraph and we don't want that in APA style. In APA style, we try and write in the first person and the present tense. If you're writing a research paper and you need to do methods and results, that becomes difficult sometimes. But for your portfolio entries and your responses for your methods classes, write in the first person, present tense. You'll see here in this paper that they wanted to start a new section, so they used a section header. It's in the center, it's bold, and each word in the title is capitalized. When we write a citation in APA style that has more than one author, we use the symbol for and rather than the word and, as is indicated here. You can see in this citation that there's 3 authors. So we have the first author, comma, the second author, comma, the and symbol, and then the third author with the comma and the date. In APA style, we always use that comma in a series before and, whether it's the symbol or the word. This author chose to use a subsection, so they created a subheading. When you create a subheading, it is justified left, it is bold, and each word in the title is capitalized. If you look at this page, you can see that there are no extra spaces between the paragraphs. Each paragraph flows into the next with a simple indent indicating that the paragraph is starting. You'll notice at the top of this page where an extra space was accidentally added. So you can see the difference of what it looks like to have an extra space where it shouldn't be and the following paragraphs that are correct. You'll notice in this sentence that there's a series of things followed by commas. In APA style, when we write a series of things, we use that final comma You can see it right here. That final comma before the and. It's very important to do this in APA style. You see on this page there are no spaces between paragraphs, and we have another subsection starting. The use of subsections helps the reader understand your organization and clarify your ideas. This author chose to use an abbreviation. In APA, when you use an abbreviation, you first spell out what the abbreviation stands for, in this case Interactive Whiteboard, and then in parentheses tell us what the abbreviation is you're going to use. You can then just use the abbreviation on the rest of the paper, and you can see that that author has done this here several times. On this page, you can see that there is not the space between the paragraphs, and you also see the use of the abbreviation. You can also see that there's 2 spaces after the period before starting sentences again. On this page, we have a subsection header. And on this page, we have a new section, which is the conclusion. So it is centered and bold. The final thing you need to include in your paper is the reference page. The references get their own page and therefore their own section title. So you write the word references, centered, and bold. Check Purdue OWL or your APA manual for the correct way to reference different types of sources. If you have any other questions about APA style, ask your course instructor.